If you're watching this is the extended uncut version, so thank you. Hey, welcome back. My name is Alex. I'm a freelance videographer and filmmaker, and happy Festa. Since it's going to be on the upcoming album, today we're taking a look at BTS's No. Today I'm also having a live stream watching The Fifth Muster over on Patreon. The link is in the description below. As always, I read the lyrics, but I did not listen to the song quite yet. This looks really interesting. It's like one of those societies from the future. It's like one of those societies from the future. This white, sterile room, they're all wearing black. I noticed their badges on their clothing with the old BTS logo and then it says no. Some of the workers have their face covered, and then these guys with the red on their face. Interesting. They're little babies, little baby BTS. This was almost 10 years ago, which is insane. So they all have to take a pill. It's very like regulated. Is this what happens in their brain? It has to be, because it showed the thing going into their brain. Is this what they're trying to suppress? The revolution? There's math. Lots of math. Their little faces. Like, they're so small. And their clothes. Their clothes. I think it's so strange seeing them wear, like, chains. Obviously, they were completely different during their debut. Like, the music that they were making was different, and the way that they dressed and everything, but I think it's so strange. Like this? Look at this big old chain. All of them, they all have chains on. It's so strange. But their outfits are now white. In this room, their outfits are black, so it's just the polar opposite. I kind of like it, actually. I like the song. Oh, he looks good in a bandana. I don't know why they're learning math after taking a pill. Yes. Ooh, okay, so now we're starting to evolve a little bit. This red color is something that we've been seeing throughout the entire video. So when they're in this like sterile room at the desks, it's very white, it's very cool tone. Like their outfits are a black or a blue. And then to contrast that, the guy in power has the red over his face. When we first transitioned into their minds, it's interesting that they took a red pill because power seems to be red. So when we transitioned into their minds, all of, what do you even call these? All of this fabric, everything was red before it turned white. Everywhere behind them was red. Maybe that's why all of... Where's the board? Maybe that's why all of the math is red too, because like they're pushed to believe that knowledge and like school and stuff is powerful. But now, as like the revolution, but now as they're like revolving is not the word, revolting? Revolution. Revolt? But now as they're like pushing back against these ideas, the red is starting to come out a lot more. So then we finally get into these scenes where the red is like flashing. Yeah, they look like they're completely done there. Like their faces, like they're ready to fight. Yeah. They're afraid of them just standing up. Yes. Flashing lights everywhere, making it all like nice and dramatic, and then the red, it's like they're taking over. Like I wouldn't be surprised if their entire performance gets lit by that red light, like completely. Whoa, whoa, these effects from 10 years ago. I mean, it looks pretty good. It might be a little too precise. A little shockwave, like it looks good. The explosion. So now this room is like green and red. How did that explosion happen? Ooh, all of those girls have white on their face. Normally white is kind of like a purity color. Red is more of like an evil color. I know in the past they've had some amazing imagery with like blood, sweat, and tears and fake love, and there was like so much. So I don't put it past them to put in like these references, and they're very intentional with how their videos look, even down to like all of the colors. So in the beginning, like that white room, like that's supposed to be the pure room. The guy in charge was even wearing white, but he has red on his face. Which is not really that good. Now, as they're like walking down these steps, like it could kind of be seen like they're walking down from like impure, like they're walking down from like the pure. Because generally like down is like a bad, because generally down is a bad thing. But this entire room is white. They're wearing white. Everyone is wearing white. And these women also have that same rectangle, and these women also have that same marking on their face, but this time it's white. Nice little beauty shots everywhere. Yep, all the beauty lighting. So now they're dancing in hands. Interesting, interesting. I wonder if those are real. Is it a green screen? They don't do green screen that often. Do they build those hands? See, the hands are what makes me think that this is kind of like a purity type of a thing. This changed a lot. I wasn't expecting the song to turn out like this. They got caught by the SWAT. Whoa. Everybody say no. And they defeated them. Okay. Their old videos are so interesting to me. There's lots of elements that I've seen throughout. There's lots of elements here, like the groundwork for other videos. There's lots of elements here that are like the groundwork that I've seen in other videos of theirs. Other of those videos? Other videos. I like their old videos. It's like their old videos aren't too crazy either. It's usually just like one set, so there isn't too much to like really break down, but luckily in this video they had some good imagery. For all my Patreon people, let's take one more look at the video. Okay. White room, they're wearing black. So, did they not take the pills? Because I thought that they did. They do take the pills, which leads to that. You think if they were to rebel, then they would not have taken the pills. Because them taking the pills and then rebelling is like, is that what the pills were supposed to do? It seems like they're supposed to suppress them. Force them to learn math. Their eyeliner cracks me up. Okay, what makes him break? Like, it seems like that's the pill kicking in. Then he's like able to break out of the control that they have over. But that doesn't make sense thematically, I don't think. I love how scared they get just from him standing up. Of course, flashing lights make everything a lot more intense. There we have the red flashing lights. I do still think that red has the control. Maybe red is the control. I thought red might have been like the power, but red might be control. I'm surprised at how well that explosion looks. Like, that explosion looks really good. I also didn't notice that they're dancing in the classroom there. See, it seems like they're coming down from like this staircase of heaven or something. I don't know, the red color is kind of confusing because you would think if red meant control, then their scenes would start off more red and then go to the white. But if the red is them regaining that power, if red is power, then you think that they'd gradually be more red. But everything does start to turn a very warm color towards the end when there's that hand.
Everybody say no. Everybody say no. Everybody say no.
Their choreography is interesting right there.
Everybody say no.
What was that? They have like some power? Like he just kicks the air and they all fly? I mean, there had to have been some sort of powers somewhere because they dropped the baton and then there was an explosion. Again, I still don't know why the explosion happened. Like, let me look at it again. It doesn't make any sense to me on why there was an explosion. There's this cracking. I don't understand. I want to give a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, specifically Caroline, Jemmy, Jessica, Julia, Kimberly, Lisa, Lucas, Melissa, Maseju, Sabrina, and Victoria. If you want to watch The Fifth Muster with me, the link is in the description below. If you're not already subscribed, join the crew, hit that subscribe button, and alright.